No matter how obvious you think something is, people always disagree. And the wonderful part about life is you don't have to hang out with those people if you don't want to. Hi, my name is Gabe Escobar, and I'm here with the Conversationalist to play hot takes and share some of my opinions.
Are you someone who typically talks about controversial topics?
I seem to have opinions about pretty much everything. So I talk about everything with everyone at all times.
Okay, let's send you your first hot take.
There's nothing wrong with being a people pleaser. To a certain extent, people pleasing can become detrimental to you if you're chronically putting people ahead of yourself in times when you should be prioritizing your own needs. But I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to make the other people around you happy and make the people around you comfortable. People who show up late to things are problematic and need to have a life coach. Okay, so this is actually something that I agree with very, very passionately. I'm an extreme early person. Sophie actually invited me to a dinner event a couple weeks ago, and I was the first person to get there. Just today, I got to Union Square like 30 minutes early because I think being early and being on time and not wasting other people's time is a sign of respect. In the words of one of my favorite comedians, Mike Birbiglia, you have infinite time to be early. You have one moment to be on time, and then you're late forever. So you have so much time to be early, and it's really not that hard if you try. Picky eaters are a deal breaker for me. Just get on board. Food is all the same at the end of the day. I'm probably the least picky eater in the world. When it comes to somebody I'd want to travel with, I probably wouldn't want to travel with a picky eater because in my life, being adventurous with food and trying different foods is like a big part of why I like to travel places, and it's like a big experience in my life that makes life enjoyable for me. But it's not like a deal breaker in terms of somebody I would want to have in my life in general. I do think the comment about just get on board, food is all the same at the end of the day, I think that's a little bit unfair because you never know why somebody is a picky eater or what in their past has sort of contributed to their eating choices now, because everybody has a different story. So picky eaters are picky eaters and adventurous eaters are adventurous eaters. And there are certain spaces in which they can interact and certain spaces where they should probably stay apart because it might cause some contention. I'm just going to say it, there's 0 point in getting a college degree anymore. I think this argument that college is a scam or college is useless, I just think it's just not like a very strong argument because yes, there are some people who have decided not to go to college. Everybody always cites like, oh, Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard and now he's really successful. But that doesn't mean that other people shouldn't go to college because he was successful without going. I got an arts degree, which I said a lot of people probably look down on, and I've gotten a lot of furrowed brows when I say I was a musical theater major, but I still value my time in college and I still value my degree. It's taught me a lot about communication and a lot about interacting with other people and expressing myself. I don't think it's ever a waste of time to learn and enjoy learning and receive knowledge and be around people who are also passionate about studying a subject. Also, I think just the act of going to college is what helped me mature as a person and what sort of made me feel independent and what made me grow up, honestly. Broadway plays are much better than musicals. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. It's just they appeal to different people. I'm a bit biased because even though I got a musical theater degree, I'm not the best dancer. So big dance numbers aren't usually what appeal to me the most. It's more touching, emotional moments. Getting takeout food always tastes better than eating it at a restaurant. If I were to describe one of my favorite things, it's like going out to dinner. I just sort of like the act of going to a restaurant. So sometimes I think eating in a restaurant is part of the fun. I'll take eating in a restaurant. It's not possible for everyone in the world to agree on one thing. That is definitely true. There are people who believe that birds are not real. There are people who believe the earth is flat. There's probably someone out there who doesn't believe in gravity. So I think that no matter how obvious you think something is, people always disagree. And the wonderful part about life is you don't have to hang out with those people if you don't want to. You can pick who you surround yourself with. And if the disagreements that you're having with the people around you are too much and you can't sway their opinions, hang out with someone else. That's what I do.
But do you think there's something that our whole generation could agree on?
If I could get everybody to agree on one thing, it would be to engage with and embrace other cultures, because I think that would expand the minds of a lot of people and lead to a lot of positive change in the world. So I think just going through life, knowing that other people will have opinions and telling yourself that you will at least make an effort to understand why will help you in the long run. And that's something that I taught myself to do, and I think it's really benefited me since. And I encourage you all to share some opinions that you have, whether you think others will agree or not, because I think discussion is always important. So share your opinions, and I can't wait to hear your hot takes.